Greetings and welcome to the family.
Greetings and welcome back to Three Docs and a Mic. This is a video podcast of three sisters who have doctorates share their perspective on various topics that others can relate to. During this episode, we're going to dive deeper into the life of Dr. Komoia. Who am I? I'm a mother, a sister, an aunt, a daughter, granddaughter, soon to be a grandmother, which I'm super happy about. I'm also a trainer, a coach, a practitioner of restorative justice and conflict resolution practices, as well as a teacher and a student of life. Humility would be the first word that comes to mind. As a shy child and an introvert, I had to learn to become an ambivert, which means that you can be an introvert or an extrovert. And I learned that through my self-work, through my education in psychology, and as well as being in service of others. I'm constantly doing the teacher-student dance of life, as I'm sure everyone else is. And this helps me to remain humble and just be in positive relationship within every relationship, whether it's a young person or an elder or my peers. Comes to mind is creativity. I enjoy repurposing, upcycling, and recycling discarded materials. Mostly I turn them into jewelry, but I have turned them into, like cups and vases and other decorations. And when I say jewelry, I mean mostly earrings, because I love wearing all different types of earrings. But also I'm venturing into making necklaces and bracelets. And the way I do that, which is a skill that I'm recently learning, is recycling glass. So actually melting down glass into beads. And so I've done that with paper. I've done that with metal before, but never glass. And so I'm super excited about this new journey that I'm on, working with discarded glass. Service is another way that I would describe myself. I'm just being in service of family, friends, and community. I go back to the word Ubuntu, which means I am because we are, humility towards others. So I believe in being in service of others. I'm able to remain humble, look outside of myself often versus just everything being about me and how I'm feeling. It's that's important too, but it's also about how are we feeling as a community. There's an old African proverb that says, how are the children? And essentially, if the children aren't doing well, then the whole community isn't doing well. And so being in service of young people and their families is definitely my heart work and my head work. Also working with adults in that, to just be in service of others. And how can I partner with folks to help expand thinking, as well as, like I said, I'm doing the dance between teacher and student. So in partnering with others, I'm learning how to be a certain way as well. So I'm shaping my life, as well as hopefully adding to them shaping their life. I think first and foremost, the most defining moment in my life was when I became a parent. It was very scary and exciting all at the same time. And just being a parent throughout the journey of my son and myself, of course, I've met so many incredible people, whether it was in school, other parents when he was in school, just community members. I made sure to put him in programs all over so that he can get to know different communities and also have different skills and just see life through open eyes versus just being in one place. And so I was very fortunate enough to be able to offer that to him, as well as myself. And I helped expand my thinking. So becoming a parent was by far the most phenomenal, life-shaping journey that I was on. second defining moment that helped shape me, I would say, is caring for my parents and having a parent transition physically from this world. So caring for others really helped shape my parenting. There are some things that I wanted to repeat, and there's other things that I chose to let go of. And as I transition into grandmother status, which I'm super excited about, like I mentioned before, I'm sure that my son will do the same. And so caring for others just helps, I'm just going to say it again, just helps expand my perspective on life and helps me show up my best self. I think the third thing that helped shape my, defining moments in life was just learning about myself. So originally I was a accounting major, but I had some phenomenal, heavy melanated women in my life when I was very young. And so I took a psychology class and it was done. I just became a psychology major. And, first and foremost, the first and foremost excellent teacher that I had on my journey was, Miss Thornton, who was my teacher in the 4th and the 6th grade. And she was just a phenomenal person who I think was the first person who really saw me. And although I was very uncomfortable with it at the time, like I said, I was an introvert and a very shy person, but she did it with finesse. And at the time, we may have had a little conflict around that because I wasn't the one who really liked to be put out in front of folks. I like to do things kind of behind the scenes, but she made it like a seamless process so that I actually can tap into my leadership skills in a different way. And also she was the first Black woman who I came encounter with who spoke fluent Spanish. And that was just amazing to me. And the second person I have to name is Miss Barbara Ali. Her presence and her energy, was just that of royalty, and the way that she held herself and how she expressed her needs and her wants during conflict in such a, fascinating way where, people definitely received what she was trying to convey. And she did it with such just smoothness. Like I wanted to just be like her, not hold things in, actually have those difficult conversations in a way where people can hear me, but also I can express what I'm feeling, as well as listen to them and their feedback and what they're feeling. And the third person is Miss Rita Alfred, who is my mentor in restorative justice. And she saw in me something that I didn't see myself or didn't want to acknowledge. And that was really becoming a trainer in my leadership skills and just authentically being in service of others.
Thank you for being with us. We're sending you love, light, and positive energy. And remember to proceed